Yeah, thanks, Jess. And as you can see, that's a massive shunt. So I wanted to grab Mark Dutton, team manager from Triple Eight down here. Thanks for coming down, Dutto.
Thanks very much.
First of all, talking of big shunts, everyone's going to ask, what's going on here?
Mate, I beat Broc with the right hand, but when I went to the left hand turns, he's a strong little bugger. He snapped me arm.
Yeah.
As if. No, awkward carry, a little bit heavy, and popped the tendon off the bone. Fortunately, had a really good surgeon attach it, and here we are.
Good on you for being here, mate. Well, let's talk about some damage here, because what was remarkable, this massive shunt, and you turned the car around. I saw it start up after only 4 days. So we've got a CAD model here, mate. I want to break down, just so people have some concept of the level of work that had to happen. So here is your car. And, you know, when we see a shunt on the road, right, we think of body panels and all the rest of it. And as you know, mate, in our world, that's the easy bit. So let's rip those off. First of all, most of the body panels around the right-hand side in the front of the car replaced?
Yeah.
Okay.
All pretty much destroyed, unrepairable.
Okay, unrepairable. So let's dig in a bit deeper into a bit more of the detail stuff. So you've got a lot of duct work and what have you around the front of the car. In fact, I'm going to turn this around, Dutto, to the right side where the hit really majorly happened. Radiator, all of this ducting around here gone?
Yeah.
Okay. Engine,
we took it out and replaced it, but it's fine. So we did it as a precautionary. Last thing we wanted to do was, rebuild the whole car in 4 days, as you said, and then find there's a little bit of a bent component or something that didn't rear its head straight away. So precautionary, swap that out.
Safety measure. So here's the big one, though. So front clip comes off. Oh, we've got a bit of a technical issue there. Front clip comes off, or what we call the front clip. All the front suspension comes out. Now, I know you had to replace the right side front suspension.
Yeah.
And a new clip?
No, the clip was fine. We took it off. We still took it off and then sent it back to our manufacturing facility just to check all the points that nothing had moved, a millimetre type thing. So. Okay,
well, let's dig in a bit deeper, because I want to get around to the rear of the car. Oh, actually, I want to ask you this, mate. So the side of the car, was there any structural damage to the centre cage?
No. So the funny thing with the way Broc, he copped obviously a bit of flack for keeping the boot in it and spinning the car. He actually saved the car from getting massive damage, because all the damage happened to the rear and actually going rearward. So if you look at the crash, it you see the wheel come off, all that kind of stuff. But the damage was sort of in this direction, so it pulled the rear clip. Sort of the damage was rearward instead of a concertina effect into the centre cell. Okay. So the Gen 3 car and model totally did its job. Centre cell, perfect. Front looked good, but as we said, we wanted to check that. The rear dead. And so we swapped that out. The really, really interesting thing is...
So this swapped out?
Yeah.
And the transaxle?
Transaxle as well.
All right, Dutto, sorry to put you up. We'll have to truck on a bit, but I really want to show people what you can just see there, which is what Dutto's saying. The way this car now disconnects, which you couldn't have done this in the old days.
No.
Not a hope in hell. You can see there, what a great picture of the componentry of that car. Mate, I just want to say well done to you and your team to get your car in Broc. And I say what he did at the Grand Prix, mate, I would have done exactly the same thing. That was a good instinctive reaction.
100%. 100%.
Well, thanks, Dutto.
Cheers.